Good morning, bright eyes. How we all doing? Doing pretty good here. Third major day number 4. But it's coming out of here, Grace Meadows, following Falls Creek down this long, gentle descent towards Wilma Lake. And then after that, we have 2 major ups and downs. I'll check the elevation on that after that to conclude the day. But it seems doable. So we'll just go ahead and enjoy it, huh? See you on the other side. Yes, my beast of burden. Woo-wee. It's heating up today, definitely in the 70s. And I just finished the first big climb, but it looks like the last one is even worse than this one. And we've got about 5 miles to go to get to our spot for the night. But anyways, we made it down the valley, past, and the bugs did get worse. They got worse and worse. I did 1 spraying of DEET. And then I did another spraying of DEET after our business passed me. She's a flip-flopper, I think, going to Kearsarge Pass. And yeah, they were kind of nasty down there. Although I wouldn't say they were as bad as 2 months ago, but they're bad enough. Anyways, got out of that valley, got up to the first climb. Went past Wilma Lake, which has interesting story. If you look at all the signs around here, they're old school metal signs with the letters carved out. It's called Wilma Lake, not Wilma Lake. Wilma is the daughter of former Federal Power Commissioner Seavey, who also we're going to cross his pass tomorrow. So anyways, a little bit of history there. But yeah, it's heating up, and I still got to go over that other big climb about 5 miles away. So anyways, wish me luck. See you on the other side. lodging acquired for the evening here in Carrot Canyon, which was one valley beyond where I originally thought I'd be going to Stubblefield. And it's a tough climb. And really, after my last check-in, the trail became much worse, more difficult to hike. A lot of rocks and debris on the trail, loose rocks. And then it's deliberately the trail, although solid, in some places difficult to hike on with just those rocks and rocks. Well, anyways, but I'm glad I didn't stay at the last place because this guy named Matt showed up there, and he's quite a character. I think, from what he's saying, he started at Campo back in December, and so he's obviously taking his time compared to most. And hike your own hike though, and he said his phone had locked up a day or so ago. He didn't know how far. I'm thinking, really? You don't have any maps or anything? Nope, of course not. And then, but I asked him a little bit more about far out, if he had it. He's like, oh, well, I couldn't download it. But maybe this guy doesn't even have a phone, and he just gets information from hikers like me saying, oh, yeah, it's that far to Sonora Pass, and he'll be okay. But he talked a lot. I'm glad I didn't have to spend the night listening to that. But really tough section, maybe the toughest sections I've done at the PCT so far, just because of the backcountry nature and debris and rocks. Just great. So we may have more of that tomorrow. Tomorrow, at least I'll go over CV Pass. The big question, though, is whether I would go over Benson Pass too. Do 2 passes in one day. Probably a 15-mile day, but then something on the order of 3,000 or more elevation. So maybe not. We'll see. When I get to Smedberg Lake, I'll figure it out. Anyways, that's part of the adventure, right? All right, you take care. Happy trails.